I've discovered a breakfast cereal that completely changes breakfast nutrition. Now, I know this is a departure from what I typically talk about, but this is epic. What is the difference between this cereal and this cereal? They look the same. They kind of taste the same. There's a huge difference. This cereal has become my favorite. I'm not being paid for this. I don't have an affiliate link. This is kind of hard to find. I can't find it at my local grocery store. In fact, can't even find it on Amazon. I hope it gets there soon. I find it on Walmart.com. Before I tell you about this, or which I'm going to jump right into, let me just show you how much of it I bought. So why in the heck did I buy so much? The more you buy, the cheaper you get. And I find that I go through this cereal pretty quick, but when I have a big supply like this, and I have a big food storage room, it lasts a while, and I always have it. I even take it with me when I travel. I'll throw a couple boxes into my suitcase. So why am I so crazy about this cereal? It's just a flake. I like to put raisins on it, as you saw in my intro. Pour on almond milk, and it is delicious. I grew up having cereal for breakfast. I grew up on Captain Crunch, Peanut Butter Crunch, or Fruit Loops. You know, any of those cereals that are just full of sugar. I knew they weren't good for me. My parents knew they weren't good for me, but that's what I started my day with. And I had cow's milk every morning for breakfast. If I grab this one, the traditional corn flakes, which is kind of similar to what these are, these Ezekiel flakes, you know, you look at the nutrition facts and it says, oh, there's lots of vitamins. Well, there's 2 grams of protein. Protein's good for me, isn't it? Riboflavin, niacin, vitamin B. So it's like, wow, there's all these vitamins. This is good for me, right? Well, okay, let's look at the ingredients. Degermed yellow cornmeal. So it's not the whole corn, it's degermed. And then the second ingredient is sugar, salt, and malt extract. Okay, those are just, that sounds simple enough. It's kind of some refined foods. But then there's a list of vitamins. They have to add sodium ascorbate, ascorbic acid, ferrous fumarate, palmitate, niacin. Anyway, all these things are added so that the nutrition label can look better. But do you know what? When you take vitamin supplements like this, just you add a vitamin pill to an unhealthy food, vitamins don't give you the full nutrition. Maybe I didn't say that the best way. Our body needs these vitamins, but our body needs to eat them from whole food places with all the other thousands of components in that food for our body to be able to really utilize it. If we just take a vitamin supplement, our body's not going to be able to use it. For example, we think of milk having vitamin D and calcium. Yeah, how come people that drink tons of milk still have osteoporosis? Their body can't use it. All right, I'm tired of talking about the junk cereals. So what is it with this one? Well, let's look at the nutrition facts label. It says it's got 8 grams of protein. There's no added protein here. I just want to jump to that. It's got the carbohydrates, of course. If you look at the vitamins, wow, we're seeing high amounts of vitamins. There's calcium, there's vitamin K. Skipping down, you've got magnesium 20%, phosphorus 20%, manganese 90%. There's a lot of other vitamins in here that they don't label. You know why I know that? Look at the ingredients. It's got organic sprouted wheat, organic sprouted barley, organic sprouted millet, lentils, soybeans, spelt, malted barley, agave for the sweetener, salt, and rosemary extract. What? There's no added vitamins? There's no added protein? How did we get that? 3/4 of a cup has 8 grams of protein. Now, I recommend reading or listening to the audiobook Proteinaholic. You'll learn the meat and dairy industries have done a very good job of teaching us the importance of protein. So much so that we think of high protein is this is healthy, especially meat protein and dairy protein. That's actually not the case. That's a debate for another time. Okay, be quiet. I'm filming a video in here. Sam, please. Thank you. That's a debate for another conversation. Protein is essential and protein is good, and you can get it from plants. Where do you think cows get their protein? All they eat is grass, right? They're eating plants. And I just listed off plants, and yet in 3/4 the cup of these flakes, there are 8 grams of protein. So why am I making this video? Why did I spend 5 hours making that epic introduction for this cereal? One, it was fun. I was playing around, wanted to test out my new studio. This is a game room / studio. But two, I really want to spread the word about good cereals like this. Imagine if we went to the grocery aisle. I mean, look, this is what our cereal aisle looks like when you go to any grocery store and you just don't find any good options. For me, I had narrowed it down to grape nuts, some types of shredded wheat, and that's all I could eat. And I grew up on cereal, and I love having that for breakfast. I switched to almond milk years ago. I prefer to make my own, just almonds and water, and I don't strain it. You just shake it up really good. And I add raisins to grape nuts or something like that. But you know what? I found a much better alternative. It tastes way better. It reminds me of the cereal that I had, and I know that I'm really fueling my body. I'm giving my body not just energy, not just healthy carbs, but I'm giving my body good nutrition so that when I go running and I'm pounding on my knees, my body has the ingredients to heal itself. And so my knees are going to be healthy when I'm 90, not just from this cereal, but from eating fruits and vegetables and other whole foods. I am really proud of the Food for Life company making these Ezekiel products, especially this cereal. I love this cereal. Thank you so much for making it. Please market it and get it into stores, get it onto Amazon so I can have an easier time buying it. And if you're watching this video right now, I guess I don't like Walmart, but right now it's the only place I can find it. Go to walmart.com and try it. Just buy a box or two, give it a go. And you know what? When you eat it, you're not going to feel miraculous. I mean, when you eat a banana, do you feel an instant change? No, this isn't a drug. This is just good nutrition. Throw out this junk and replace it with this. Do the same thing with all the other junk that you have in your pantry and your fridge. And then you can hope for a healthy body when you're 90. I mean, I run, I mountain bike, I backcountry ski. I'm very fit. When I go up and down stairs, I leap up the stairs. And I'm only 41. And I look forward to being able to do these same things when I'm 91. I'm not in perfect health, but I'm doing what I can. I'm getting better every single day. If you're wondering how I filmed that intro, you'd like to film videos like that for yourself, I'll include some of the raw footage as the outro to this video. Be sure to subscribe. And even more importantly, on this video, I would like to hear comments from you on what I can teach you. Is there a type of video that you're wanting to film that I can show you how to do it? Some styles of video I've never filmed before, like the intro to this one. That was my first time filming that style of video. If there's something that you're wanting to do, don't know how to do it, I can probably figure it out. I'll try it and I'll make a video and I'll show you how I was able to do it. I'll see you tomorrow.